We all want to believe we're independent, that our choices are our own, that when we speak it's from the heart, not from fear, that our decisions come from truth, not tension. But what if I told you that some of your biggest regrets, your most irrational decisions, your darkest moments, weren't entirely yours? Welcome to the art of peer pressure, a quiet, invisible force that shapes our lives more than we care to admit. Peer pressure doesn't always come in the form of a dare. It doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers. It's the moment your friend raises an eyebrow when you say you don't drink. It's the laugh in the background when you wear something different. It's the silence when you speak up. In 8th grade, there was a kid named Marcus. He was different. He wore suspenders before they were cool. He read poetry out loud. And for some reason, he always carried a harmonica. He was kind, honest, a little weird, but in the way that made you want to be brave too. One day during lunch, a group of boys started mocking him. I remember laughing, not because it was funny, but because everyone else did. And I remember Marcus looking right at me, not angry, just confused, like he thought I was different, and I was, until that moment. Evolution wired us for connection, not just for warmth and love, but for survival. Thousands of years ago, being alone meant being vulnerable. No fire, no protection, no one to watch your back while you slept. Being excluded from the tribe wasn't an inconvenience, it was a death sentence. So we adapted. We became masters of reading the room, mirroring body language, smiling when it hurt, laughing when it felt wrong. In the 1950s, Solomon Asch conducted a now famous experiment. He asked a group of participants to match the length of lines. The correct answer was obvious. But when actors in the group deliberately gave the wrong answer, 75% of the real participants conformed, knowingly giving the wrong answer to avoid standing out. It's not that they didn't know the truth. They just didn't want to be alone in it. Peer pressure isn't always loud. It's often internal. It's not just about doing something you don't want to do. It's about becoming someone you're not. Sophia was the kind of girl who glowed from the inside. She loved painting messy, bold strokes with colors that didn't make sense but somehow felt right. Freshman year, she wore her own hand-painted jeans. By junior year, those jeans were gone. So were the paintings. I asked her about it once. She smiled, shrugged, and said, "People stared. Some laughed. It just wasn't worth it." And maybe she was right. But I couldn't help but wonder what we lost when she stopped showing up as herself. We don't just pressure people to do things. We pressure them to disappear. Neurologically, the brain rewards acceptance. Social inclusion triggers the same reward centers as food, sex, and drugs. Dopamine floods the system. But rejection? The brain processes social exclusion in the same areas as physical pain. Being left out hurts, literally. So what do? We adapt. We perform. We shrink. Until one day we can't remember where the act ends and the person begins. It was supposed to be a joke. Senior year. A few friends. A dare. Shoplift a bottle of soda. Run, laugh, get in the car. Drive off. I didn't want to do it. My gut told me to say no. But my mouth said, okay. I ran out of that store with my heart pounding. We made it 2 blocks before the sirens came. That night didn't end with jail time, but it ended something else. My peace, my self-respect, my idea that I was immune to pressure. We always think it can't happen to us, until it does. The irony? Most of the time, everyone in the group is feeling the same pressure. Everyone's pretending. Everyone thinks they're the only one uncomfortable. And because no one speaks up, the pressure grows. Psychologist Elizabeth Noel Newman called this the spiral of silence. When people fear social isolation, they withhold their dissenting opinions. So one loud voice becomes the norm. even when no one agrees with it. So how do we resist? It starts with awareness, noticing when you're shrinking, noticing when you laugh just a second too late, when you say yes but mean no. Tools to resist. Name it. Say to yourself, this is peer pressure. Pause. Ask, is this really me? Redirect. Use humor or change the subject. Find your people. One person who sees you is worth 10 who only see the mask. And most of all, practice. Because authenticity isn't a switch, it's a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. You don't have to be the loudest. You just have to be the first. One person saying, I don't want to do this, gives others permission to do the same. Peer pressure works in both directions. It can pull you into silence, or it can lift others into truth. Sophomore year. A party. Someone made a cruel joke about a girl who wasn't there. Everyone laughed, except one guy. He looked up and said, that's not cool. She's not here to defend herself. The room went quiet, and then someone else agreed, then another. The energy shifted, and just like that, the pressure turned. Peer pressure isn't about weakness. It's about humanity. We all want to belong. We all want to be seen. But never forget, your soul is not a trend. Your truth is not a costume. And your voice, even if it shakes, can be a lighthouse for someone else drowning in silence. You weren't born to blend in. You were born to be you, even when it costs you the room. Because the right people won't need you to shrink. They'll help you grow. So the next time you feel that pressure, that tightening in your chest, that voice that whispers, just go along with it. Pause, breathe, and remember, you are not alone. Not now, not ever.